Hey guys, my name is Charlotte and I am student teaching in a 6th grade science class in Chesterfield County. So right now we just moved into a hybrid model, but for my capstone project, I recorded a day in the life of me on the week of Halloween. It was my first day fully taking over instruction. So sit back, relax, and enjoy. Kind of awkward, so please just bear with me. Well, so I was just gonna kind of go over what my plans for tomorrow are with you guys. So on Thursday we talked about the moon. So the first thing that we do is what's called a daily spark, and that just kind of activates any prior knowledge in what we did the last class. So I'm gonna have them list the phases of the moon, and then we're just gonna go over and watch a quick video. And then we started a presentation where they took notes on the phases of the moon. We didn't get through it, so what I want to do tomorrow is kind of review the last couple bits of the phases, and then we're gonna start talking about tides and how the moon affects Earth and the relationship between the sun and all of that stuff with the tides. Then we have a activity that I'm going to kind of model and go with them, where we are going to be using this resource from Tide Forecast. And these are all locations in Virginia where we will track when the high and low tides are and find the difference, the range between those two. And then for an independent practice, I have a virtual lab and we've done several of these, so they know how to do a lot of them, but they'll just go on here and click different positions of the moon, and they'll find the high and low tides. And also, this is our Canvas homepage. So every Monday or Tuesday, depending on when they have class, we take a quiz, and it's kind of just like mainly just a vocabulary quiz kind of thing. So they have this cool resource on their homepage where we would say to work their brain. This is how they study for the quiz. They're going to be taking this at the end of class tomorrow. And so they have any of these games that they play, and let's do snowball fight, for example. It'll ask them a question, and if they answer it incorrectly, they don't get to play. But when they do answer it correctly, they get to play. Is the waxing crescent. Sorry, it's late. I had to think about that for a minute. So then once they answer it correctly, they get to play a game, which is really neat. They enjoy doing that. Going into school, here's a little sign. Now it's time to go find my classroom. So I just got to my classroom and the door's locked. And my CT is working from home today, so let's go find somebody who can unlock it for me. So I found somebody to unlock the classroom for me. This is what my classroom looks like. This is my CT's desk over here, and I have my setup over on this end just so that we can both kind of talk at the same time and not have echo, as well as stay socially distant with everything that's going on. Alright, so it's a little bit after 11:30. I just taught my first 2 blocks, and honestly, like, first class today, those poor kids. I always feel like the first block of the day is like the trial run, and it just ends up like, I always test everything before class starts, but just like rearranging the order of things, or you know, there's always just some kinks in the first block that we end up working out by block 2, which I felt like block 2 ended up going a lot better. So yeah, and we actually ended up getting rid of one of the activities and moving it to another day because the virtual lab ended up taking much more time than we expected. So we actually probably needed, you know, we really only had 15-ish minutes or less to do that. So we just moved that to Wednesday just because the kids really needed some, just by like their reaction to the material and everything. We decided that they needed some more time talking about the tides and working through that together. So we just kind of did that as opposed to giving them independent practice. So yeah, now it's lunchtime and I'm going to eat, and then we have one more class before the day's over. So see ya. It's about 1:45. I just finished up my last class, and oh my gosh, honestly, like, I don't know what the struggle was with this group today, but they were just having a really hard time listening and following directions. Students were fighting with each other in the chat, as well as we took a quiz, and the quiz had access code, and I probably said it 15 times, and they were still like, what's the access code? I even had them repeat it to me. So it was just a tough class, tough block to get through when you're virtual and kids aren't paying attention. So I'm gonna make the class recording for the students who are absent today, and hopefully just be as clear as I can with directions because they're struggling with it. Alright, it's just about 4 o'clock and I have pretty much done everything I can do for the day. I had a tutoring session with a few students who logged in for some extra help, but